This last season for me has been incredible. Not easy, but incredible. I've gone through a number of changes within myself, within how I view the world, with how I view myself, with how I view the industry I want to be in, which is the music industry. It has been so enlightening to learn the differences between the higher and the lower self. And for the longest, I felt like I was the lower self. You know, maybe I was the lower self at one point, but as I raised my level of consciousness, I started to become the higher self more often, or I don't know, there's something else that I need to figure out. But something I have learned is that the lower self is more of it's not as obvious as you would think it would be. Sometimes I go through these ebbs and flows, and it may be weeks where I realize, wait, my focus is set on a lower self intention. The lower self, the higher self, doesn't always speak as loud as the lower self. The higher self speaks in the language of God through signs, understandings, the feelings of the body. The higher self is more divine. The lower self screams, yells. It's those thoughts, it's that fear, that ego. And then boom, as I came to that realization, I was like, well, heaven and hell is just the battle between the higher and the lower self. It's the continuous fight within us. And then I'm like, is the Bible just a reference between the battles of the inner and outer worlds? Is it all about just a map of us? And then as I go into these different things and I continue to learn, I know I'm not perfect now, but I did come to understand that it's all about understanding that those fears, those egos, those egotistic thoughts, those doubts, it's all just the lower self trying to play its games on you. Like the devil trying to play his tricks on you. The devil is you, and God is you. You are all one, yin and yang. And there are ebbs and flows between who you are and who you are not. And once you understand that, you're able to get to a place where you kind of remain your higher self, trusting your intuition, trusting your body, trusting anything but those lower self thoughts, lower self tendencies, those the sex, the drugs, the anger, depression. Those are all just lower self vibes trying to keep you from remaining your higher self. They're not real. That's why they say that your thoughts are not you. You should control your thoughts. My new insight right now, something I'm testing, is to not listen to any words that I hear in my head. If I have a question, I look to see how it feels in my heart. I look to see how it feels in my gut. And I go with yes or no based off of those. No thoughts, just action. And that brings me to creating my company, my business, my label, the Dreamverse. How did it come to me? I don't really even know. I wanted my name, my artist name, Daydream. It came to me in a dream. I was on a stage and everybody was just rocking out like, yeah, dream, dream, dream. And I was like, and I saw it with the J spelled in the background, and I was like, that was it. Because my old name was Gutter 2X, and it just didn't resonate with me anymore. Like, I don't want to be called Gutter. That's it's lower self vibrational type of energy. Like, gutter, what do you think of? The streets, dirty, struggle. It's not what I represent, and that's not what I want to continue to let my music be built upon. But from there, I tried to come up, get all my social medias on the same page and stuff like that. And I couldn't get Daydream, Dajream, on all platforms. Some of them, the name was taken and stuff like that. And I just kept trying stuff. And eventually I got them all on the same page of the Dreamverse. And I didn't think of anything of it at the time. It was just, it had the word dream in it, and I kept it. And then months later, I was like, oh my God, that was the business name. So I have created the Dreamverse. You can actually find it at dreamverse.online. And the purpose of this company is to not only be a hub for my music and my sigils, my branding. I want to share where I'm at energetically and maybe allow other people to come just hang out with me. I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch every week and just watch this thing grow, man. I just want to get other people around me that's like me, that want to raise their level of consciousness. A lot of the shit that we go through, the rules of the streets, the rules and outside of just the streets too, like when it comes to race and religion, they're all constraints. You gotta let go. You gotta get out of the box and just be you. Live your life, make your own assumptions, create your own perspective. The family that you were born into does not mean that that is you. That is just a version. That is just obstacles and courses for you to go through to create the perspective that you were meant to have. We are souls having a human experience, and you have to change. You have to learn from the lessons, not become the lessons. You have to grow and expand, and that is the point of the Dreamverse. I had a dream about the sigil that I created. You can find it at dreamverse.online. And I've made it my brand logo. I've blessed it, and with me blessing it, everybody who touches it, everybody who wears it will be blessed themselves. That's why when you write words, I've created a journal, and you can draw pictures and you write your notes and your letters and your manifestations into it. And these will be blessed because my sigil is upon it. That's the difference between just buying a regular old book and trusting my blessed sigil. This is something that I want people to be a part of. I've looked at astrology and numerology, and sometimes you can look at those things and you can start to get, you start to think, I need to be more like this, I need to be more like that. But the point of numerology and astrology is to show you who you already are. And that's the point of Dreamverse. When I got that realization of all of those things, that's when I created a Dreamverse. I finally had my why. Why am I creating? Why do I love it so much? Why do I want the platform? Why do I want recognition? It's to be able to get others to just understand the truth. The truth is you. I feel like I just kind of rambled for a while, but join the dream team.